Alright guys, so I realized that I just filmed a good 15 minutes with no audio. Forgot to turn the mic on. Wow, man, that is amateur as all get out. So, well, welcome to Bev's Repair Bench. Here's where we're at with the JG Aurora. Um, I have assembled it, and just to show y'all guys real quick, once you have it back to pretty much how it comes out of the box, you've got 4 bolts. The upright portion slides into the horizontal portion. There's a couple of slots in the horizontal portion that the sheet metal will actually slide into. And then you've got 4 bolts that secure it. It seems pretty rigid. I haven't actually turned it up yet, but I think it'll be okay. A couple of notes for My Reassembly. As you might remember from the power supply video, it was all tore apart. I don't have my bed heater hooked up. I actually have the wire. I checked it, guys. It's none of the wires are shorted or anything like that. It's absolutely fine. So I just left it curled up inside of here, because whenever I do actually repair the heat bed, I'm also going to install a MOSFET module to just take some of the load off of the actual board itself, the control board. I really don't like all that current going through the control board. Also, I went ahead and installed the bolts without the feet, just because I ordered new feet and the other ones were actually pretty tore up. Whoever had put the machine together or back together or whatever had over tightened a couple of them to the point where they were damaged and really not very usable. So not a big deal. The machine's gonna rock a little bit, but as I said, we're not printing, so I just want to get this thing pretty much put together. Now, as far as assembly, the only other thing we have to do is to turn the machine around. Put the spool holder on. I'm not going to do that yet because we're going to plug in the wires first. Plugging in the wires looks fairly simple. They are all unique connectors. So it looks like you got, I don't know, like a 10 pin or a 12 pin here. This one looks like an 8, 9. Actually, this one's a 10. This one must be like a 14. You plug that one in. And then you've got this 4 pin here. And that's it. I mean, that is basically the machine is assembled. So we'll throw that spool holder on real quick. It does look like they give you an extra bolt for each one. That's awful sweet of them. Spool holder goes that way. Guys, this isn't a paid promotion or anything, but if you have a 3D printer, I highly recommend you get a set of these Bondus ball drivers. These are the metric set. They are absolutely amazing. If you own a 3D printer, you're gonna work on it, so you might as well have some decent tools to work on it. And these aren't super expensive. I think it was like 13 bucks for this set, and it has every size that you really need to work on a printer, except for I think the E3D hot ends have a little bit different size. It seems like at least I find the Allen wrenches, that the hex wrenches, I'm sorry, got to be proper here, that the E3D comes with, they seem to work a little better on their fasteners. Alright guys, we've got the printer put together and it's all ready to power on and test home and see how it does. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here and I will see you guys next time. Nah, I'm just kidding. What kind of... Man, that would be horrible. Absolutely horrible to do to you guys. Let's see if we can get it to home. Okay, so if we home, it looks like we can do... Let's do individual home first. Fingers crossed. Very good. Okay. And the nerve-wracking one, oh man. Every time I do a Z home, like, I'm just thinking, man, is this gonna be the time when it's gonna crash? Alright, let's let everything home. Wow, that is... This thing is definitely gonna need a firmware upgrade. That home is way too fast. I mean, that's horrible. Okay, so the printer homes, everything looks like it moves fine. At this point, the printer is basically how you would get it from the factory and put it together yourself, with the exception, of course, of the heated bed. Now, I believe that my next project on here is going to be to update the firmware and more than likely to create some sort of a Z probe that travels with the head. Probably an inductive one I have right now, so I won't have to buy a BL Touch yet. Just to give me, I'm not a fan of the way that the limit switch on the Z works right now. It's looks like it's stationary, cannot move absolutely at all. And I don't like the idea of having to adjust my bed to basically compensate for my Z offset. That's really annoying and really inefficient. So stay tuned for the next video. We'll get into the firmware and we'll go not super deep because I'm not extremely well versed in Marlin, but we will look at the 1.1.8 version of the A5 firmware that was built by an incredible group of people on the unofficial JG Aurora wiki page. But I'm going to use their firmware to help me with 1.1.9 because I like 1.1.9. It has a few little tweaks in it that really help me whenever I'm printing. But we'll get deeper into that for that video. So, for now, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. My last two videos, I actually did not plug my Instagram. So go follow me at Bev's Repair Bench, and I'll see y'all for the next one.